Okay, I started coming to House of Joy about 3 years ago. At that time, I was at the Pines Family Campus, which is a drug rehabilitation center. I was addicted to drugs and went in there for a year's time. During my stay there is when I started coming to House of Joy. Before then, I really didn't know God at all, and just started going to church because a friend had invited me. The House of Joy has helped us in so many different ways. First of all, having a family and friends. I had a car donated to me when I didn't have a car. I've had help, for a time or two when I needed some help paying bills when I was, not doing very well. Got some help with that, and just, it's just been wonderful. When it comes to giving back to the church, I guess I used to feel like if I gave $5 or something, I was really doing something, But I really started thinking, and listening to the sermons and realizing that it does take sacrificing. The Bible says to give 10%, and we do our very best to give 10%. At first it was a little difficult, and I guess it pretty much started off that I would kind of tithe my 10%, and that Keem would, I wouldn't really tell him anything about it. And then one day I told him, I was like, I've been giving 10%, and everything's been going fine, so if you do, everything is still going fine. And he thought about it, and he was kind of like, okay, and so he decided to, try that, and we realized that, even though he's been laid off and on unemployment for a while now, our income's not the best, but we find that if we give, somehow it just seems to come back. I mean, we've been making it just fine. We may not go out to eat as much, or we may not, we don't have a car payment. We have a lot of little things that we don't pay for that other people do pay for. But to us, it's worth it to have that as one of our bills, something we pay every week. And you really think about it, in my situation, the amount that we give a week to the church, back to God, is what we would have spent in a day on drugs when we were doing drugs. So it really, it's like nothing, to give that back to God. I'm so excited about this new building. One of the main reasons why I'm so excited is that I try to invite people all the time to church, and I've had a lot of people who have said, where do they meet? And I kind of get the feeling that they're not quite comfortable, they'll ask, like, well, when are they going to build a church? And although to me, I don't care where we meet, but there are some people that, prefer to be in a church house, and I just feel like we could reach even more people. And I just think it's going to be awesome to have, all the work that goes into setting up and tearing down, and all the time that's spent, we can spend that time doing even other, better things. So I'm really excited about this church getting built, and as much as I can give for that, I will.